Yeah.
Like it's either going to be a delayed pressure or just going to max out.
Yeah. So,
Quite expensive.
would you say that when I see that, he's still mining just one gas, that I should be just doing the one spine at the expansion with the 3 queens?
You really need to find, but you
Oh, okay.
should be wary of speedling pressure. It could happen.
Yeah.
So yeah. The one safety spine is something that many pros and grandmasters have to skip.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's a very risky thing to do, even if you see that people that do die with gas.
I mean, I've tried to do it. I've tried to skip that spine, and it has bit me more than once.
I know, right? It's usually a worse thing to do on ladder than to be in a series and
Yeah.
predict what someone's going to do.
Yeah, that's true.
I think if you play ladder, you shouldn't skip the spine. It's too risky.
I think so too. Now, are there any situations where you would skip the spine? Like, I know gasless, obviously, you can skip it.
Oh yeah.
Any other indications you can get with those lings or overlords that would tell you you don't need that spine?
I would skip it if, I mean, we're not at the overload starting part yet, but the links basically cannot find anything that's going to indicate that you don't need the spine.
Okay. That makes sense.
Like, you could be mind game no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, see, except if it's gasless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have a very solid knowledge on this.
Awesome.
There's nothing more to worry about here.
Okay.
So the link scout is 5 out of 5.
Beautiful.
Let's talk about the overlord. I've been seeing that you misposition them quite often.
Okay.
So we're going to have to take a look at your new replay.
Awesome.
And then talk about where to place the overlord and what you could see if you did see that.
Okay, sounds good.
So let's party up. I believe this is the right game. By the way, am I loud? How should I alter my settings?
Sounds good to me. I didn't sound check it with the stream, but I'm not too worried. It should be fine.
Well, if your viewers have anything to say, it's appreciated.
Yeah, I'll check with them. It'll take a minute for them to respond anyway. I think we can start.
Let's just go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much every ZVZ game I played, I ran into cheese or some sort of big Ling Bane pressure that threw me off the build.
Yeah, that's kind of the standard thing.
Yeah.
When going like into the mid game,
Yeah.
people will get into the mid game with Ling Bane pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Literally everyone does it.
Almost, yeah. Do you feel safe with just the one spine, Roach Warren and Evo?
Well, the thing is that when I play Gases, in general when people do, they use 4 queens.
Oh, okay.
So the 4 queens, they allow you quite a little defensive play.
Mm-hmm.
They're very tanky, of course they have armor, so they can't quite get in.
Do you think having 4 queens is better than 3 and a spine?
I believe so. I
Oh.
if I have 4 queens and a spine.
Really? Okay.
Yes. And since in this build you're only getting 1 creep tumor,
Yeah.
you're going to have energy to transfuse.
Yep.
And even if they're bailing, but if your transfuses are really on spot, you won't even be using your wall. So that is also my thing.
Okay, cool. So,
In this game you're getting 10-fold.
oh yeah.
You sent out your first overlord to the correct spot. But,
Okay. I rally it to the wrong spot? Yeah.
that waypoint, the secondary waypoint, that is a risky spot to be in.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed in your games that this is a tendency of yours.
Yeah.
And it isn't really bad per se, but
But-
it is risky.
Yeah, the overlords can push it away from the bottom and the top.
Yeah, the thing is that the second overlord, I'm sorry, the third overlord that's going to win rate is going to be put between the third base and the second base, right? So they're going to see this overlord and they're using
Yeah.
the queen to push rounds, and then that's the info you've gathered.
Yeah, and then it's just, like you said, redundant with the second Overlord. Once they do push it away, yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll have it in the same spot. You can move it towards the bird, but you know, you can do that with a later Overlord.
Yeah, yeah. So what?
Here you still don't know if it's a temple.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I'd like to talk about is drone scouting.
Mm-hmm.
Are you heavily against it?
Heavily against it. Yes, extremely against drone scouting.
I do it every game.
Really?
Yeah. It helps you spot these really early pools, and I like to react to them with a one-way counter all in actually.
Oh, fair enough. See, I'm the kind of person that really sticks to the build, like, as much as possible, so I feel pretty safe against things like 10 pools and stuff, just because how early I get my Lings and Queen out with the 14 pool.
Yeah, exactly. So for 14 pools,
Yeah.
it's safe.
Yeah.
But I don't think that completely renders the drone scout ineffective.
Okay.
It's a huge investment, I definitely agree with that.
Mhm.
It's not a necessity,
Mm-hmm.
but it allows you to open up with different styles.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It's completely a question of preference here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you to do it because it's not necessary.
Okay.
But as a personal touch, I like it.
Fair enough.
And I like to catch first by default.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is if I were hatch first, I would do it every time.
But I don't open up hatch first obviously if I've gotten early pool, and I'm able to stay more reactionary.
Yeah, you can make that decision. That makes sense.
So that is why I like drone scouting. This is something for you to consider. I'm never going to suggest you to do it or to not do it. This is going to be your own decision.
Okay. Thanks.
So back to the Overlord.
Mm-hmm.
You should be putting it behind the base into the airspace.
Can you ping?
What's the button key for that again?
Alt G. It's in the bottom left as well.
I would put it here.
Oh, I can't. I don't even think I. Oh, okay. So right there. Okay. And then when it's there, obviously it's safe. And would you fly it in at a certain time to see the?
Yeah. Between 6 and 7 minutes, I'm going to be checking for gases. Before that, I'll be checking for drone counts.
Okay.
It's that giveaway of when they're droning and making units. And the gas count is that giveaway for the exact goal they're going for. So with the 14 pool, you're obviously going to be able to handle this pressure really well.
Yeah.
You'll take some damage on the hatchery as always, but the drone pull, the queen pull, and the additional link, perfect response, nothing to say.
Yeah. Yeah, this felt pretty good. I don't mind him doing a bit of damage to it.
Okay, you did lose the Overlord.
Yeah, that was huge. That was a big mistake.
That was because of this waypoint.
Yeah.
If you had put it to the previously mentioned spot, it would have lived.
I agree.
So by default, I would put the Overlord there in each matchup.
Okay.
Except for DDC, in which case I would put it here because people tend to try to open Marines and snipe it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
That is generally a really good spot in every matchup to scout from.
Good to know. Yeah, I will start doing that. Keeping the Overlord here, the first one.
Yeah. So this Overlord snipe is even the game out. Really nice.
Yeah, got a bit lucky.
Grabbing gas. You really don't have a way of scouting this. Even if your second Overlord was set straight there.
Yeah.
It would be difficult to get in.
Yep. Would you mind? Sorry, would you mind pausing here for just a sec? At this point, like, things are a bit messed up with the economy because he's killed some stuff. When would you get your third queen in this situation? Because, like you said, I'm not going to be able to scout his main. I know he's taken that expansion. Couldn't he theoretically have taken that gas a bit earlier and planned to follow it up with an all-in, like mass speedling, with basically one base just with the hatchery?
Yeah, this is why I do scout.
Yeah. Oh, okay, because then you would see his gas.
Creepy in the dark.
Yeah.
And I don't transition from a pencil defense into a tree stone, so I really cannot answer the question, I'm sorry.
No problem. No, that's okay.
But, in general, whenever you defend an all-in like this, or pressure, somehow find your way back into the build,
Yeah.
establish that kind of income that you normally have. Now you have the one-base saturation,
Hmm.
which is less than you would have when you were in the second patch complete.
Yeah.
Like this is the exact number of stuff you would have when your patch complete and your first two queens is not the left, right? Quite a couple of more drones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be droning almost till like 44.
Your queens would be like 30% done.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
The gas timing is good. I mean, this is the modification that you have made to the build.
Yeah.
I personally love it. I've tried it and I think it's stronger than the original.
Awesome. Yeah, I like it a lot more. You hit a bit earlier.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay.
Take a look at things. I wanted to talk to you about your overload timing. You have a problem with that. You get supply block quite pretty much every game.
Ooh, okay.
At the same spot. 34 supply is when you're supposed to start to double overload.
That's usually what I do, is exactly 34 double.
I've just noticed that it's all of your games except for one will start.
I've only got one at 32, or?
No, I mean that you sent me like 4 games or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And you only hit that timing in one of them. Now this is a problem. It might not be. I have done it during the
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. Like you say, I tried to get the double overlord around 32 to 34.
So if you take a look at that file that I sent later,
Mhm.
I wrote down the overload timing that the approach should be taking later on.
Okay, cool. Yes.
So that's something to keep in mind.
Okay.
You have second base saturation, but you still don't know what he's doing.
Mhm.
Like, he could be having like 5 drones on his natural and have prepared huge link brain attack, and he would die right now.
Yeah, if
You have nothing.
you could pause for 1 second. Yeah, like I'm seeing now how valuable it would be to have that overlord in the bottom left, because like even if the game's been a bit weird and I'm not sure where he should be, I can look at my drones and my natural, see I'm fully saturated, and if he has much less than that, I can deduce that I'm ahead and he's probably going to attack me.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the philosophy that ZVD is all about.
Mhm.
Like in the starting mid-game, what you want to do is ensure that he's not too far ahead of Jones, and that you're not too far ahead either.
Yeah.
Because if there's an imbalance, someone's going to have bigger army, and that's something you can get in mind.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now let's talk. Let's say I did see very few workers at his expansion because I placed that overlord properly. What is my response back at home? I'm still going to build these 2 structures. Am I going to wall it off completely with another Evo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another Evo, and then you have a queen behind obviously.
And then like save energy transfuse. Don't even inject usually.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, missing inject is a little questionable. Like, how much do they commit really?
Yeah.
That is something that's very situational.
And to judge how much they commit, you would again use that bottom overlord, or just like.
It can really depend on things because he's really far behind the supply here.
Yeah.
So that's it's hard to judge the overall scale that they're behind the supply.
Okay.
But yeah, you see only a few drones. You do slow down on Evo changes unthinkable.
Okay.
You should start the 4th queen, I believe.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, 4th queen.
So you are going off a cool first, the thing so I'm outside this beautiful lizards with the hatch first.
Like the creepy mean?
Okay,
The queens?
like with hatch first, you would be starting the queens at the same time.
Yeah.
Then you would have 2 at the time, and then at the same time the 3 left one.
2 more. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you know what? It's harder to get a 4th queen with this build.
Yeah.
Because it ends up cutting into the saturation of the second base.
Yeah, I actually didn't consider this. So, what I actually said was stupid. You should not get the 4th queen with this build, I think. Unless you are going to get Yep.